Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Sixx Daze. I am Bob Sixx. I'm doing a series of episodes addressing religious fanatics, those radicals that are out there just looking for hidden messages and meanings in every single thing we see. If this is your first time here and you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button right down there. This was inspired by the channel Hacking the Headlines. She has many videos that I just find really hard to swallow. I mean, a lot of it's a real stretch. Please let me stress, I'm not saying that I do not believe that evil exists in our society. I'm not saying that at all. It's in all of us. But I don't believe the devil's there spinning this. The problem that I have, and I'm just going to address some of the things she said in this video instead of covering and dedicating an entire one to like I did for the Super Bowl. If God is all-knowing and all-powerful, and He won't give you anything more than you can handle, why would so many people be out there looking for signs from the devil or the Freemasons or the Illuminati? If the Freemasons and Illuminati have secret symbols, it's just for them. They're not looking for us, regular people. Those symbols aren't for us. We wouldn't even know them if we saw them. I just the other day, and I read for 2 hours every day, various things. I watch documentaries. I'm constantly trying to increase my knowledge and teach myself about other people, other cultures, other beliefs. I try to learn everything. This is a big reason why I'm not religious. Let me note that I am a spiritual person. I do believe in a superior being that by definition is a God. And people that know me and talk to me say it could be their God and my God could be the same person. We just have two different views of them. Or same being, before anybody gets too upset. Same being. Is possible. I can't deny that, and I wouldn't deny that. I'm not offended. I know a lot of people that are offended by my belief. This woman on Hacking the Headlines mentions aliens and then says, well, that's just stupid. They don't exist. Stop and think about what you're trying to make people believe, and then reevaluate your statement that aliens don't exist. That's just stupid. Look at the stories you're telling people. If you're out looking for these symbols because you wouldn't notice them otherwise, I think you have a problem. I'm not just speaking about her. Anyone who's out there looking for these. She says that the devil and his, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say minions, are trying to desensitize all the rest of us so that it'll be easier to swoop in and take over. Like, there's a beer that ran a special thing, and it showed a football player with a goat's head, and I think it's called the Goat, or Goat beer. She said that everybody says it means the greatest of all time, but that's not what it means. The goats have long time been associated with Satan. Why do people raise them to eat if, why would a religious person raise goats if that's a symbol of the devil? See, it's not. I'm not saying that devil worshippers, the people that she keeps referring to them as Satanists, but they're not Satanists. The freaky, radical, weird people that worship the devil. She keeps saying, all these things that they do. I'm not saying these people don't exist. They have their beliefs. They are the, for lack of a better word, the evil version of what she is. She's looking for evil and they're trying to spread evil, but they're the ones doing the things she says. I'm sorry, I don't understand if the goat was definitely a devil. I mean, here's an example. The KKK uses the phrase, have a nice day, and they use the smiley face. So when you see a smiley face, is that the first thing that comes to mind? KKK. No, it's not, because it's not what it represents. It's just these guys, and I'm being nice, I'm not cussing and saying what I actually think about them, but it's much harsher than these guys chose to use that to try to be more appealing and recruit more people. Hey, we're not that bad. We hate everybody that ain't one of us, but we're not that bad. Look, we got a smiley face. And hey, have a nice day. Is that why some of you get offended when somebody tells you to have a nice day? Because the first thing that comes to mind is the KKK? I mean, I would hope not. The fact that you're offended when somebody tells you to have a nice day, they're not like ordering you, you better have a nice day or else. So, I know I kind of got a little sideways there for a minute. Who's worse? The people who are, if they're actually putting these messages in there, and these symbols and stuff like that, who's worse? Them for doing it, knowing that the majority of us won't even know it, won't even catch it, so it has no meaning. Or the person that's out there looking for stuff where it does not, or most likely does not exist. Why would you go looking for evil? Why wouldn't you spend your time promoting love and God if that's your agenda? If you're religious and you want to go into the kingdom of heaven, why aren't you doing what you're told to in the Bible? Following the teachings of Christ. I have not read all the Bible, but I've read a lot of it, mostly to contradict what people say or to see if they're right. Because a lot of people like to quote scripture, and they could not be farther off. I found that out a long time ago, so it's really easy. So whenever somebody quotes scripture to me, if I don't already know the answer, I will go look up the answer. See, it's education. It's not just accepting what I've been told. As a matter of fact, God tells you to question everything to include Him. That's the only way you can be sure that you know and believe in God, is to question it. Do I believe in it? But nowhere in the Bible, nor anywhere else other than these people's writings, does it say to go out and look for hidden meanings and stuff. It tells you to be aware of things, but it does not tell you to go out and seek backwards messages and records, or, oh, look, there's a letter. If you flip it over, it makes a pyramid. You know what? The A, you don't have to flip over. Kind of looks like a pyramid if you knock that middle piece out. See, so why wouldn't the band call themselves Maroon A? Because then the pyramid's already there. You don't have to spend that extra effort flipping our M upside down. You have to put a lot of effort into coming up with stuff like that. I was fascinated, and this is what a lot of that starts. Those people that look for these messages and meanings and all that stuff, what you do is spark a fire for A, curious people to go look for themselves, B, people who want to find it and believe that this exists, and they abandon their current belief structure, which was supposed to be in line with yours. Because when I first heard about backwards messages, I played a lot of records backwards. A lot. I only found one spot, and it was in the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm sure that it was just my teenage mind looking for something. I remember specifically where it's at in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm not going into that because I'm not promoting that. I'm sure if I listen to it backwards now, it probably is not there. But I wanted to find something, and I did find something, finally. So instead of wasting all your time trying to scare people and potentially steer them towards the dark side, why not be a beacon of light? Get people to come to you. Don't try to force them to believe what you believe. Make them want to, because you're such a good person. You're such a good example. See, that makes more sense to me. Then you running out there going, oh, there's devil in that. Oh, there's that. That guy's wearing red shoes. Devil worshiper. If you get enough people believing it, it becomes a fact. That's a big problem today. To this very day, if enough people say it, it must be true. Well, that's just not true at all. So instead of hacking the headlines and looking for stuff that's just not there, that nobody other than radicals like you would find because you put in the work to find it, be a positive sign. Make people go, that is a great person right there. They genuinely care about me. They're happy. I want to be like that. Oh, you believe in God. You're a member of the Church of Christ, or a Baptist, or a Catholic, whatever your religious thing is. If you were such a beacon of light, people would gravitate to you and want to be more like you, and then you could introduce them to your belief system, and they would flourish in that. But instead, you're out there scaring people. You know, that's how people like Joel Osteen and Joyce Myers. I firmly believed in Joyce Myers. I would get up 2 hours before I had to go to work to watch her show. Because for a short time, I tried to be religious. While we were bringing our kids up, we brought our kids up in the church because I think church is good for children. And I tried really hard. And man, when I listened to her preach, I was like, yes, that is preaching. That's who I want to be. And we hit a hard time in my family, a super hard time. And I went to her website and asked for a prayer. And for, I believe it was $150 or $100 donation, somewhere along those lines. It was astronomical for me. I wouldn't pay it. They would say a prayer for me. Put me on their prayer chain. You know what? I pray for people for free. Because even though I'm not religious, like I said, I am spiritual, I do believe in the power of prayer. Because it's a positive vibe, a positive energy that we can all put out there. So, how about we stop looking for evil and bringing it to the forefront for people to see, and we just be a beacon of hope and positive light? How about that catch on? Instead of being scared, be happy. Because if you're so anxious to get to heaven, whatever happens is going to happen. And then you'll be where you want to be. So, I don't know how this one went over. I know I got a little sideways a couple of times, but again, focusing really hard not to cuss, because I don't want that taking away from the message I'm trying to convey. So, if you're still here, thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen, check out my other videos. They're not all like this, because most of my videos you get the real me, uncensored, but it's still 100% honesty. Again, I'm not trying to change the way you think. I just want you to think. I'm not even saying you have to believe what I believe or think what I think. Just think. Don't blindly run around and let somebody lead you by the nose and get you in a place you don't want to be. Till next time, have a great day. Make someone laugh if you can. I am Bob Sixx.